Merry Christmas, everybody! I'm Walter Benaziak.
I'm Heather Roos.
And I'm Ayana Wade.
And this is Top 5. As a special Christmas gift for you guys today, we've got another more phenomenal Power Rangers countdown.
Again?
Hello?
Have you done Tim Curry yet?
Well, he's not really my type.
For Top 5, have you covered Tim Curry's performances on Top 5?
No.
He's your most requested subject. Why not?
The guy's got a ton of credits. That's a lot of movies to watch in a very short amount of time, Critic.
Do it or you're fired.
What?
Do it or you're fired!
We haven't done the research.
Look up.
Why?
Look up.
Top 5 craziest Tim Curry performances by the Nostalgia Critic.
This feels a little dishonest.
Do it!
You wanted it? You got it. These are the top 5 craziest Tim Curry performances.
Number 5. Herkermer Homolka in Congo. Of course Tim Curry's in a movie about killer gorillas, and of course he's the best part. Dr. Peter Elliott has taught a gorilla named Amy to speak through sign language. Amy has been recently indicating that she wants to be returned home to Africa. Dr. Elliott's goals align with a mogul named R.B. Travis, who sends his former daughter-in-law to the same region in hopes of retrieving his son's diamond hunting team that just went missing. Along with other eccentric types, such as a Romanian treasure hunter and an American tour guide, the group runs into big problems in the jungle that prove a myth true. I know what you're thinking. Ed did the gorilla suit thing way better. Curry's character in this movie is pretty shady. Big shock, right? You're not sure where he stands until later in the film. Since he's hiding his true motive most of the time, we get to see this classic Tim Curry performance that's constantly bubbling beneath the surface.
Have you been taking your medication?
Have your laughing, and I will have mine.
The lines he has to deliver in this movie would be ridiculous for any other actor to read, but since he is who he is, Curry makes every word memorable the way only he can.
We must follow the gorilla where she leads.
The fact that he's playing a Romanian just adds to the absurdity. That accent is so much fun.
I will pay. I will pay for Amy to go home.
Push me, please. Harder, please.
As peculiar as this role was, it's only the beginning.
Number 4. Premier Anatoly Cherdenko in Command & Conquer Red Alert 3. We get all types of curry in these cutscenes. Mild curry, medium curry, spicy curry, and extra hot curry. Oh, come on. You know I had to. In Command & Conquer Red Alert 3's alternate universe, there are 3 factions of power vying for world domination. Tim Curry plays a Soviet commanding officer who gives you orders throughout the gameplay. Not only does he boss you around, but also every other character he comes in contact with. Curry's natural demeanor is perfect for a character in charge who could stab you in the back at any moment if you cross him or outlived your usefulness. Curry's dialect is truly something to behold, and we get a few classic Curry snarls peppered in as well. There are a few more recognizable actors throughout the game, but I really have to commend Curry for committing to some incredibly silly dialogue like this amazing gem.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
Ultimately, no matter what type of curry you prefer, this performance has range.
You already made the Curry joke.
Yeah, but I was dishing out seconds.
Please stop.
Alright, moving on. Number 3. Long John Silver in Muppet Treasure Island. I can never see anyone else in this role. He nailed it. Muppet Treasure Island mostly follows the classic tale. While disguised as a ship's cook, Long John Silver befriends Jim Hawkins, an orphan boy with a secret treasure map. Once revealed as a pirate, Long John Silver manipulates Jim into giving him the map, but he may have been harboring a soft spot for Jim after all.
Well, look at us, Jim. We're a festival of conviviality.
Congeniality.
That's conviviality, stupid.
That's what I said.
For an integral role, Tim Curry did not disappoint. Yet again, Curry's charisma lures you into his performance. His personality makes me want to trust him despite all of his actions, leaving me as conflicted as Jim. In one scene, he'll be docile and subservient, and in another, he's conniving and venomous. Other times, he's all at once. Curry's ability to sincerely flip emotions on a dime is captivating and adds dimension to a children's movie that a lesser actor might have skimped on.
Now untie me! And let's go find the treasure!
Oh, you are a good man. You are a kind man.
It's also worth noting that actors playing opposite of puppets really have to pull their own weight because Sweetums is not exactly emotive. From singing shanties to petting pollies, Curry's performance is a wild ride that will not soon be forgotten.
Number 2. Dr. Frankenfurter, a scientist in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's just a jump to the left.
And then a step to the right.
With your hands on your hips!
You bring your knees in tight, but it's the pelvic
No!
floor. In 1975, the world was introduced to Dr. Frankenfurter, a scientist, and was never quite the same again. Rocky Horror Picture Show first opened in London. It was generally panned and actually pulled from the limited theaters it was released in due to poor numbers. Little did people know at the time the cultural phenomenon it would become. The movie quickly caught on as a midnight showing with audience participation. It is now a cult classic and the longest-running theatrical release. All over the world, people still attend and participate in these midnight shows. It's quite an experience if you've never been. Part of what draws people into Rocky Horror Picture Show is the inimitable, charismatic, and over-the-top performance by Tim Curry. He brings life to every scene that he's in. Curry plays
The sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania,
who is an alien mad scientist that is working on creating a perfect superhuman man. He helps distraught travelers Brad and Janet come to a sexual awakening. It's just as amazingly insane as it sounds. Curry steals the show with his full commitment to the role. He uses over-the-top facial expressions and dramatic movements. His confidence and swagger command the screen. He's seductive and wild. The audience is drawn into every song he performs to the fullest. It's not hard to see why this performance has become iconic and keep audiences shivering in
anticipation.
And the number one craziest Tim Curry performance is Pennywise the Dancing Clown in It.
Waha! Waha! Waha!
In this Stephen King miniseries from 1990, 7 young outcasts in Derry, Maine band together when a supernatural killer clown named Pennywise goes on a child-murdering rampage. 30 years later, they're all called back to the scene of the crime where Pennywise is making a terrifying comeback. As you can tell, the critic has bent our rules a bit here. Usually we only include theatrically released movies in our actor performance lists, but this is a special case. Mr. Curry cannot be bound by conventional limitations. It is the perfect example of that. I'll admit, I never saw the original 90s version before watching it for this video, but I still remember hearing about it as a kid. My classmates would talk about it as the scariest movie out there. Back then, that was not something I was interested in seeing. Horror was not my thing. Even now, I'm not a huge fan of the genre in general, but I've warmed up to the classics. As has been pointed out before on this channel, Curry is living it up as Pennywise in this miniseries. I'm sure it would have freaked me the heck out as a kid, but as an adult, his over-the-top portrayal is pretty funny to watch.
They float, Georgie. I'll kill you all. Take your pick. Billy boy. Kiss me, fat boy.
And we all know everyone's favorite part. While most of Curry's performance comes off as humorous, there are still a few legit creepy scenes, like when Bev tries to return to her childhood home, but instead of finding her father still living there, it's this nice old lady. Bev is able to scope out her old home, but soon she realizes the nice old lady is anything but. She runs out of the house and looks back to see that it's been condemned and boarded up the whole time. On the porch stands Pennywise, mocking her. I thought that was a legitimately great sequence capped by Curry. Bev seemed so scared. It looked like she was thinking,
Somebody save me.
sorry, I had to get a Smallville joke in there. You remember who she played on that show, right?
Martha! Martha!
Tim Curry is one of a kind and has had a most unique career for himself. I hope you've enjoyed our look back at some of the craziest roles in his legendary filmography.
We want to hear what you guys think. What's your favorite Tim Curry performance?
What do you want to see us cover next on the show? Leave a comment and let us know.
To keep in touch, you can like my Facebook page or follow along on Twitter.
You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or subscribe to my animated movie review series right here on YouTube.
And you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, or Twitch, where I stream on Wednesday nights.
Top 5 will be taking a few weeks off, but we'll see you next year in 2019 with brand new episodes. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year.
Oh, hang on, I have call waiting. Hello? No, I'm sorry, you got the wrong finger. I might be insane.